All right, we're with Colin Kelly from the West Scranton Invaders cross-country team here at Arcaro Genell, the pizza capital of the world. And Colin, for you, let's talk a little bit about this season. How you feeling so far early?
I'm feeling pretty good. I actually started out with a pretty good goal. I wanted to hit at least an 18:20, and I hit an 18:17, so I was very happy. I've been dropping my time slowly. I'm at a 17:40 now, 17:40 range, and hopefully I can drop it down so I can get somewhere closer to the state range.
Talk about some of the competition you faced early here in the season, and again, just trying to push yourself along and meet some of those goals like you said you had.
Oh yeah, definitely in my division and clusters that I've raced so far. I've gotten good kids like my good friend Jacob Paskey from Western Wayne. He's a very good junior runner. Came out of nowhere and he's dropping great times, and it's good to run with him. And another great kid is David Haynes from North Pocono. I just raced him at NAIOG last Wednesday, and great kids to run with, but really good competition, I'll tell you that.
Talk about that work ethic of yours and putting time in the off season between track and field in the spring and cross country here in the fall. What were some things you kind of said, okay, I've got to do this, this, and this year?
This year I really had to sit down and think to myself what I have to do different from last season to this season, and I really want to improvise with double runs this year, and it was very hard last season, so this year double runs was my biggest thing, and putting in a lot of speed work in hills. I've just been doing a lot of that this summer.
We see a lot of cross-country runners here in northeastern Pennsylvania have success. A lot of them attribute that to the hills. Talk about putting in your hill miles and just getting a lot out of it, and whether you're going over to McDade Park or wherever you're headed to try to challenge yourself a little bit more.
Oh yeah, right next to our school we have a great hill, and by great I mean it's very hard, but we try to do hill repeats at least twice a week, and sometimes if I'm feeling good I'll go on Saturday out by myself and just pound those in, and that's probably one of our biggest things to do.
Colin, you talk about the difference between track and field and cross country. Do you have a favorite? Which sport you like a little more?
See, I get that question a lot, and I have to say my favorite has to be cross country. I'm really of a distance guy. When I hit track, I feel like I'm more of a speedy guy. I go all the way down to the 400. But if I had to pick, it'd definitely be cross country.
Talk about the things you're doing to kind of take care of your body, making sure you're hydrated and kind of fueling up and ready to go each meet.
Yeah, I actually went to a camp recently this summer, and they told me hydration this year was definitely going to be key. I at least have a bottle of water in every class, and on the weekends I always try to do the same. I try to stretch before and after practice, and sometimes before bed, and sometimes if I have to ice up before a big race. That probably helps me out a lot.
Using a lot of those lav passes at school with all that water.
Oh yeah, you should see my pass. It is filled up.
Well, hey, you're doing a heck of a job. You talk about being in the atmosphere at West Scranton, being around the staff and the students and everybody. Talk what it's like to be an Invader.
Oh, to be an Invader is something special. You don't really get it that much. If you look at us, you think, oh, the Invaders, you better step off. And we're really just a big family, and whenever anyone really does something good, if it's from cross country to basketball to football to baseball to tennis, we all really support each other, and that's probably my favorite thing about West Scranton.
One of my favorite things is everybody seems to have that blue collar work ethic. You seem no different, that you're punching that clock, putting in your time and saying, I'm going to make the most out of my day today.
Oh yeah, it's wake up, go to school, hit the roads for some miles, go home, do the work, and just repeat, and that's one of our greatest mottos at West Scranton. Talk
about the Kelly family and being there for you through thick and through thin. We all have life's challenges. What's it like to be you?
To be me, it's definitely, I'm very grateful for my family to help me out. I have a younger brother who's running right under me. He's always pushing me. I have an older brother who stays at home, and he's always pushing me. My mom's my biggest supporter. She's at every race, no matter wherever I turn, I always hear her voice, and it's definitely the greatest thing about her.
How about the support, no matter whether you get that 19-minute finish or you get that 16-minute finish? Talk about your mom just loving you for who you are.
No matter what, you're right. If I hit that 19, if I hit the 16, if I get a PR, if I have my worst race. My mom's always there to give me a pat on the back and tell me there's always next week or a great job.
How about your future endeavors? Let's talk a little bit about what you're seeing for 2017, which goes by pretty quick. Those high school years, especially your senior year. What do you see on the horizon?
I'm definitely gonna go to college. I'm undecided where I want to go, but I want to be a nurse, so I'm gonna go into nursing school. I'm gonna take after my mom. She's a OT. I actually first wanted to be a PT, but after researching a little bit, nursing was my go-to.
And as far as the goals for the remainder of the year, last year you were a state qualifier. I'm sure that's something you want to hit again.
Yes, definitely state qualifier and hopefully state medal. That's what I'm shooting for this year.
All right. Well, the goals are big for you, but you're working hard to go get them, and we appreciate your time and wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
A talented Colin Kelly in the classroom and on the cross-country course as well here at Arcaro Genell's on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.